What's up guys, it's Lauren and welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I am going to be telling you guys about the New Jersey Angel of Death. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Charles Edmund Cullen had a career as a nurse for 16 years where he took advantage of it and poisoned his patients with toxic injections. He had worked at 9 hospitals total, and he was forced to resign or be fired from 5 New Jersey and Pennsylvania hospitals. Charles was born in West Orange, New Jersey on February 22nd, 1960. He was the youngest of 6 kids, and he had a really difficult childhood. At only 9 years old, he attempted suicide by drinking a mix of chemicals from his at-home chemistry set. However, this was only the first attempt of many to come. His father passed when he was only a baby, and his mother passed when he was 17 years old. After his mom's sudden death, Charles dropped out of high school and joined the Navy in 1978. It was clear he was mentally unstable, even if the routine the institution provided said otherwise, and he made many more attempts to end his life. And then in 1984, he was medically discharged. After that, he completed his nursing education at Mountainside School of Nursing. He then got a job at St. Barnabas Medical Center in Livingston, New Jersey in 1987. That same year, he ended up marrying a woman by the name of Adrienne Taub, and they eventually ended up having 2 daughters. Only 1 year after finishing his nursing training, he committed his first murder. Judge John Yango Sr. was taken to the hospital because he had an allergic reaction to a blood-thinning drug, and it turns out that Charles had given him an overdose of the medication. He ended up killing 11 patients in the burn unit before quitting in 1992. When the patients' deaths were being looked into, abnormally high insulin levels were found in their blood. Some IV bags had also been contaminated with insulin. However, this information was never shared with the police for whatever reason. Charles's next job was at Warren Hospital in Phillipsburg, New Jersey in early 1912, and he continued his killing spree by killing 3 elderly women. He gave out lethal doses of heart medication used for treating symptoms of congestive heart failure. In 1993, Adrienne handed him divorce papers for reasoning of extreme cruelty, and she also filed 2 domestic violence complaints against him. His violent behavior included prank calling funeral homes, pouring lighter fluid into people's drinks, and stuffing pets into trash cans or bowling bags. A former neighbor actually called and reported an incident to PETA, and luckily the dog was rescued. Charles got shared custody of their children and was also ordered to pay child support. He reportedly wanted to quit nursing at that time, but he was basically forced to continue because he had to pay child support. In December of 1993, he left Warren Hospital and got a job at Hunter Medical Center in 1994. Now, he claimed he didn't kill anybody in the first 2 years working there in the ICU and the cardiac care unit. However, he did admit to killing 5 patients in his 3rd year. He continued using the method of giving lethal overdoses, and in 1998, he got another job at a hospital in Elston, Pennsylvania. He committed another murder, and the coroner's report revealed a lethal amount of medication. These murderous habits continued through 1999 when he worked in Allentown, and he killed 1 patient and attempted to kill another. These murderous habits continued through 1999 when he worked in the burn unit in Allentown, and he killed 1 patient and attempted to kill another. He then resigned from that position and went to work in a cardiac unit in St. Luke's Hospital in Bethlehem, and that is where he killed 5 patients in the course of 3 years. He then began working at Somerset Medical Center in September of 2002. Now, he was supposedly using the hospital computers to access patient records that were not his patients, and he was also seen going into the rooms of patients that were not his patients. And of course, he also mastered the computerized system and knew how to use it to get medications that he needed. He had two methods to keep investigators from tracking the meds he uses to overdose patients. Sorry for the angle change, my camera fell again. But anyways, in August of 2003, Somerset Medical Center alerted state authorities because of the death of one of Charles's patients who had extremely low blood sugar levels. He was fired in October of that year and arrested in December because of suspicion of murder. During his time at Somerset, he killed 13 people total, and he attempted to kill 2 others. When he spoke with authorities, he admitted to killing patients, but he said it was to prevent them from going into cardiac arrest or respiratory arrest. He said he wanted to end their suffering. However, many of his patients were not terminally ill. Alright, sorry guys, my camera fell again. Well, the entire tripod went with it. I don't know why this tripod does not like me for some reason. So anyways, as I was saying, at first he denied murdering at the other hospitals, but once police started showing him records and reports, then he started confessing. In April of 2004, Charles pled guilty to attempted murder and multiple other murders. And in May, he pled guilty to an additional 3 murders. On March 2nd, 2006, he was sentenced to multiple consecutive life sentences, and he would not be eligible for parole until 397 years. Now, Charles's actions led to a law that was named after him called the Collins Law that requires anybody from New Jersey, because it's a New Jersey state law, and it requires any healthcare worker to report to state authorities or the board when they think somebody might be a threat to the patients. There is a movie set to come out this year, 2022, called The Good Nurse, and it is literally about Charles. Eddie Redmayne is set to play the notorious nurse. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. I don't really care. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below videos you would like to see next. Let me know what you guys thought on this case. Really scary to think about that there are these types of people at some hospitals. Makes me, I was already afraid of hospitals to begin with, but like just terrifying. So let me know your guys' thoughts on that. I know it's not likely, but it's always in the back of your head. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!